you check the children? Show a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes. That is what
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
And you got Jaime and Fuego, yeah.
And we are still here at the Phoenix Film Festival, International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival for 2025. And the next movie we're going to be discussing is one we just walked out of. And quite frankly, it might be the most memorable one of all the movies I've seen so far. We just saw Joe Begos' new movie, Jimmy and Stiggs.
Yes, we did.
And Fuego, what is your immediate reaction to this one?
Relentless. I think I said it to you right when we walked out to the theater, man. I mean, from just the constant musical score blasting to, I mean, quick edits a lot of the time with what's going on with these characters to just the onslaught of neons and black lights and just all this stuff. I mean, Begos has a very distinctive style, whether you've seen Christmas Bloody Christmas, VFW, Bliss, I mean, even all the way back to Almost Human. I mean, he's got a very distinctive style about him, and I've always appreciated it, even if his movies themselves, as far as the stories go, have been like a little up and down occasionally. He's talented stylistically, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, and I will say that my overall thoughts are, I started out and I was like, oh, I'm going to really like this.
I could tell from your body language.
Yeah. But by the middle, it became a bit of another endurance race for me because it's really cool at first, but it's the same thing the entire movie.
One location,
small location, but it's just violence and over-the-top gore the entire time, which you might think, okay, cool, that sounds like my kind of bag. But when it's sprinkled throughout, it's a lot more effective than when it's all the way there. To me, I became numb to it about a half hour in.
There's no time to even catch your breath, man, and I think I drowned about 50 minutes in or so,
I was
man.
about a half hour, 40 minutes, and I was just like, okay, I'm ready for this to resolve now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could have been an hour easy, but they did make it to an hour and a half. And so, ultimately, though, it was enjoyable on a level, which is not a very deep one. But
well, I mean, there's
it is
not
enjoyable.
Really that much going on. I mean, to be fair about it, overall stuff with me, though, his stuff has a very distinctive kind of sleaze about it, which I appreciate. I mean, I was telling a buddy of mine that just walked away from us before we started filming right afterwards, there are a few directors I see with their writing that counter Tarantino for the amount of F words per minute with the dialogue delivery of their characters, man. It does get to be the point of overkill, though, when F word every single friggin' second, man. But nonetheless, I was entertained by the dynamic between these two friends. One who has just like gone totally overboard with his excess of substances, and then the other one who's kind of
trying to be the straight and narrow.
Disowned him because he's like, you're bringing me down, man. So I liked their dynamic between the two of them. I loved the just crazy colors of this film and stuff, and even doing a lot with a little. You could tell like the set design of this presence that's infiltrating and some of the freak out psychedelic sequences when man, I mean, it was very interesting stylistically, as I mentioned right at the very beginning. The story, unfortunately, it's pretty puddle deep. There's not really that much going on straightforward, and I guess we can jump into that now, right?
I mean, real simply, it's a dude who is like clearly way lost control of himself. He's drinking overboard. He's doing drugs overboard.
Pills,
his life is kind of going to hell around him based on a phone call that he makes at the beginning. And then he kind of has an experience. He blacks out one night, sort of. And when he does, he has these visions of aliens, what look like aliens. And when he comes to the next day, he's very convinced that it was aliens and that they're going to be coming back the next night, and he has to prepare to defend himself. And meanwhile, that day, his buddy Stiggs shows up because he called him during his freak out the night before. And so Stiggs is now involved. It's Jimmy and Stiggs, and very quickly they find themselves walled into this apartment.
Yeah, literally.
And then, of course, the aliens do come, and it becomes
fighting aliens, fighting
yeah,
each other,
yeah,
back and
like
forth.
just and goo galore. If you have an aversion to Tremors colored blood, then you're not going to enjoy this because they put that shit on everything. They Frank's Red Hotted that stuff. Let me tell you.
Totally, man. and do it in like a rave type scenario too, man. You know, with all the black lights and all the fluorescent colors and
it
all
goes
that
hand
zaniness.
in hand with the editing too.
It does,
which unfortunately for me got to be a little much at times.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah, very
deliberately
chaotic.
So, you know, that's what they were going for. But yeah, I can agree with you a little bit that you do just get kind of numb to it after a while because it's, you know, just
there's
so
no
much
breaks
of
from it.
So much of an onslaught. No chance to breathe. No ebb and flow.
There's no
peaks and valleys.
Right.
Nothing. Yeah. So, but still, I mean, just putting all of that together, you know, just those quick little frames of bits here. I mean, just from an effort standpoint as well, even if I didn't absolutely love it, I can still respect the hell out of all of the time necessary to assemble something like that.
Mostly, if not all, practical effects, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, tons of practical effects, tons of practical gore, tons of practical body parts.
Being chopped off and blown to smithereens and all that other stuff. And it does play it with the aliens to a bit of camp, which I appreciate.
For sure.
Kind of on the trauma side of things, perhaps.
That is very true.
You know, which enhanced the laughability. It is very deliberately over the top and going for laughs with all of the excess.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. I mean, ultimately, I guess we can just briefly hit on the acting, which they were fine. Yeah. They were good. They played their respective roles well. But nothing
I'm trying to
remember
super
if
write
home about.
I was trying to recall if Stiggs was the dude who was in Christmas, Bloody Christmas, but it's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
I love the music in his movies, dude. You know, he has a very cool, almost like pseudo-industrial typo kind of thing going on with some of the score that he uses, and then some of the other popular songs. Like, he always goes for it. It enhances that vibe of just like dark sleaze, you know, like leather and denim and tattoos and tons of profanity and booze in it and all this stuff. I mean, that's just the vibe of his stuff, and so the tunes always very much enhance that sort of I don't know, just like all around ambiance and whatnot. So yeah,
I agree. I really hope this mic's working.
Boy, I do too, man.
I mean, it's working, but I don't know.
Yeah.
One of the arms is busted on this one, I think. So we'll see. Hopefully it comes out okay. I think that's as much as we really need to say about Ginny and Stiggs. Once you get a chance to see it, I think it is worth it. I don't know that if it hits the theaters, if I would rush out to spend money on it.
Yeah, I can't remember if any of his stuff did or
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think
a lot
this
of it
is very
does
much
migrate over to Shudder.
Yeah.
You know, which is where I think it would find the perfect home is on, you know, Shudder or Screenbox. And if you like his particular brand of sleaze, as I said, I think you'll have some enjoyability with this.
I agree. So that's going to do it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Thank you to everyone from Allied and the Phoenix Film Festival and International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival.
Yeah, Maltari.
Yeah, all of you guys, we greatly appreciate the invites out. Thank you to all of our patrons for watching the channel and supporting the way that you do. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
And gracias, I've been Jaime Fuego.
And remember,
stay scared.